jumping on. I am now recording because not everybody can jump on at one time. So we like to have this tool to be able to share with other people that didn't have a chance to jump on tonight. So go ahead and share away. And I'm not tech savvy, so if I lose anybody or whatever, y'all better call me. All right, presenter's view. Wonderful. All right, super excited, guys. What we're going to cover tonight on this call, we're going to be talking about the opportunity. We're going to talk about what Beachbody is, what's required to become a coach, how do we get paid, how do you build a team, and go over the normal hesitations, like if this is a pyramid scheme, which it's not. Do you have to, everybody's so afraid that they have to sell something, and I think it's absolutely adorable because that was absolutely one of my hesitations the first time I heard coach. I'm like, dude, I don't sell anything. And if you don't sell anything, you're in the right place, because what we do is we suggest what we already know works. So you're in the right place. Not having a large network, I'm not in shape. And I'm not outgoing, and I don't enjoy fitness. You have come to the right place if those are your hesitations. So my name is Jennifer Wooten. I'm co-hosting here with Colleen Hanna, one of my personally sponsored Diamond coaches. She's been with me a little over 4 months. I've known her for quite some time through family and just mutual connections. And she's just an amazing person. And I want to allow her to share a little bit about her story. So Colleen, I'm going to have you take over.
All right. Thank you so much, Jen, for inviting me to talk and kind of getting me out of my comfort zone. So I apologize. I'm definitely not the best public speaker in advance, and I'm just getting over laryngitis. So if I start squawking, I apologize to everybody. But like Jen said, I'm Colleen. I'm a full-time speech language pathologist. I am a football coach's wife and a mom to an incredibly active and the most adorable little boy. And just recently my own boss. So I'm absolutely loving this. But what that actually translates to is very busy. So let me tell you a little bit about why I started this and what my why is. I'm busy. I feel busy. I really live busy. I just have one kid, but I can empathize for people that have more than one, because life gets a little crazy sometimes. So one of the reasons why I started this business, whenever I had my son, I realized that I didn't want to be stuck in a typical 9-to-5 job. So I requested that I drop back to 30 hours, which is still considered full-time as a speech language pathologist. And my company was very gracious and allowed me to do that. So that being said, one of the things was being the breadwinner, because my husband's a teacher, I was bringing in about 3/4 of a normal paycheck. So it was definitely something that financially hit my family, but I think part of me was a little bit too proud to admit that sometimes. That was definitely a hesitation. Am I going to make money? Is this something that I can be proud of doing and whatnot? So I ended up actually starting with another network marketing company about a year ago, I think. And it was one of those things where financially it looked like the perfect piece. They talk you up with all these things that you can, all these bonuses and these, huge promotions, etc. And it just wasn't something, it got to the point where I wasn't super proud of what I was promoting. So that being said, Jen and I, like she said, we've known each other for years. So I watched her start her business, honestly, and watched her passion and her drive to truly change lives and make a difference in people's lives. And it wasn't about finances for her. It was about making a difference. And that was something that kind of hit me hard, that I felt like I was making a paycheck, but I wasn't super proud in what I was promoting, but I also felt like at times I was just kind of making money off of people. And that was something that made me very uneasy. So I watched Jen probably for a good solid year, if not more than that, with you kind of going all in, Jen. There was a time I think where, like you said, you were kind of piddling around with it. But so I watched Jen, and whenever she started, and like this, her success, because her energy is so infectious, just kind of took off. So we kept in contact, and every now and then Jen would send me just little messages saying, thinking about you, great posts or whatever. But also letting me know that she always kind of wanted me on her dream team. So there was a post that Jen posted, and I feel so vain even saying this, but I think it was, Jen, whenever you hit elite for sure, but I want to say it was whenever you hit 5-star diamond earlier this year, and you ended up posting a picture of your swag, and it was a picture of like this really nice workout jacket. And I honestly messaged her and was like, I want swag. Like, what do I need to do to get swag? Because my heart wasn't in what I was promoting to begin with. So I was ready to make the leap to change. I've had a history with the Beachbody programs. I actually was a customer of Jen's before I became a coach. And I laugh at this now because she was talking to me about the Shakeology, and I was like, I don't need that stuff. I'm just going to do the 21-day fix extreme. So to be honest, I half-assed the program, and I had results, but I definitely didn't get the results because I wasn't all in with it. So my heart was in a different place. So I ended up stopping doing my other network marketing company, and decided that I wanted to become a Beachbody coach. So my husband and I are walking around town, and I'm telling him about the fact that I want to make a change. And I told him I wanted to be a coach, and he literally laughed at me and said, you want to be a coach, the girl who has never stuck with a program and committed to a program, and you start something and you never finish it. And I think that kind of lit a fire under me that you watch me, and I will absolutely prove you wrong, that I can do this and I can be successful with this. So I started, and I had the mindset that I wanted this. I didn't want a piddly $100 a week. I wanted to build a full-time income for my family with something that I was incredibly passionate about. So there was an incentive coming up. We had the Diamonds Retreat in Asheville, which is right next door, which is kind of funny. But I knew that the experience of being there was going to be absolutely what I needed to kind of light me on fire and my business on fire. So I just hit the ground running, and I wanted to tell everybody about this opportunity and this lifestyle change that I was making, and just kind of throw positivity around like confetti. So I earned the all expenses paid trip. I went diamond, I think in 40 days, maybe something. It was insane. And I still am kind of blown away that I was able to accomplish that. But, I've really found that whatever you put your heart to and your mind to with this, you can accomplish. So I started with 22 hardcore, which is the results picture at the very, very bottom. And I can say, I started this business with $140 in the challenge pack. And this, for me, was worth so much more than going out and buying an expensive purse. This was a lifestyle change. This changed my life. It changed my health. It helped my marriage. It helped me be a better mom. So parts of me really kick myself for not starting this sooner. Because where the heck could I be if I had started a year ago when I saw Jen start doing this? So my confidence, my self-esteem is so much better. I'm definitely kind of getting the knack of taking selfies because I'm really excited about what I'm doing and I want to share it with everybody. But ultimately, I did this for me. I did it for my health because I was making excuses for, for being tired and being exhausted and, carrying around the extra 10 pounds that I couldn't get off from my pregnancy weight. And I just made excuses. I had a baby, and honestly, when it hit a year, that excuse isn't really good enough anymore. I needed a change because I was tired of being exhausted without doing anything. So I did this for me. I started off, which is laughable now, telling Jen that I wanted to make a certain amount of money a week. And she was like, sold, I gotcha. I can totally help you with that. And, I've made that amount in a week now before. So that's incredible to me that, financially, this has been an amazing, amazing blessing for my family. I was telling Jen today, I haven't made this public, but my husband and I just paid off our credit card, which was our heating and cooling system that we installed last summer, which is a huge relief. We just paid off my DNC and my hospital bill for delivering my son, and he's 19 months, so we've been paying on that for a while now. And then next year in April, we paid for a vacation with some other friends to go to Mexico. So this opportunity, like I could kiss Jen for really always being there and encouraging me, even though I was on a different path. She waited on me. She never gave up on knowing, I guess that she wanted me on her team, but also that, I might want this too. So all of you are on this call either because you are curious or some of you are already Beachbody coaches, but you're sitting here because deep down you want something more. You want something more for your family. You might want financial freedom or to get in shape or, even accountability. I did it, I did the coaching for accountability too. But I think one of the things that I want to stress before we even get started talking about money is you can accomplish absolutely whatever you set your mind to with this. At my corporate job, at my job as a speech language pathologist, I am capped out financially. I don't ever anticipate myself making more money than what I'm making now. You have no cap. You have no cap. Jen has no cap. Everyone else on this team has no glass ceiling or cap. You guys can absolutely blow whatever goal you set for yourself out of the water. So
I love it.
Yes. Sorry.
No,
I rambled a little bit.
Goosebumps the whole time. And I think your story, that's why I asked you to be on this call, because you're 4 months in. You came at me with some, whack, little, I need to make this in a month. And I'm like, you know what? We can do that. And that makes me so excited because I've seen something in you from the very beginning. And when we invite people to these calls, it's hand-picked people. I think that's what's super exciting. So if anybody's been invited to this call, you were invited to this call for a reason. If you were invited by me or any other of the coaches on my team, we hand select our people. I've turned people away. There's something in you that you may not see in yourself is why you were invited to this call. And I am overwhelmed with just love and I just adore the heck out of each and every one of my coaches. And Colleen is just one of those people that I knew it. I knew she would take off. I knew this would do amazing things for her family and for everything about her. So thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
About your story, everything. We're going to go into who I was and who I am now. As most of you guys know, some of you don't, my name is Jennifer Wooten. I am a 6-star elite coach with Team Beachbody. I'm the founder of Team No Limits. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. And I want to just kind of paint a little picture for you because I think a lot of people get the misconception that it's, when somebody asks you, oh, do you want to be, I want you to join my team as a coach, you're instantly thinking that you need to be some buff, in shape, love fitness, go hard, whatever. And it couldn't be further from the truth. So 2.5 years ago, the old me, I was busy. I was working 4 jobs, 4 part-time jobs. I was an online college student. I had a private page. I had 120 friends on Facebook. I was antisocial. I was depressed. I smoked for 20 plus years. I was exhausted. I hid from the camera a lot. You won't find many pictures of me from about 2012 until about 2014. I was overweight. I had back issues. I got hurt on my job about 5-6 years ago now. And I went through about 2 years of surgeries and injections and medications and all of that for doctors and therapists and everybody else to just release me. They told me I would never do physical labor again. I would never, ever work another job that required me to do anything. I had to have a sedentary job, and that broke my heart because I am a worker. I love hard work. I like sweating. I like knowing that I've accomplished things, and it broke me. I went into a funk. I moved from Florida to Northern Virginia, and I just kind of kept going into a funk. Working the 4 jobs, it's just what kept me going. We moved here, and it's a lot more financially on my family. So going from Florida, from a job at the Kennedy Space Center that I worked for 12 years, having to resign from that job because I could no longer physically do it, was tough. I did slip into a depression, and my coach, I came across her by chance, and it's kind of crazy because a friend of mine invited me to this free challenge group that was going on. And it was just something you do your own fitness and you do whatever you want to do, and you can win some skinny jeans at the end of 30 days. And I'm like, I'm in. I'm fat. I hate how I feel. I hate how I look. I don't even want to, have contact with my husband because I was just so grossed out with myself. So I did it. I went all in for 30 days. I didn't win the skinny jeans, but I made some incredible bonds in that group. I lost like 5 pounds. I could do like 5 or 6 push-ups at that point. And this is the girl that smoked for, 20 plus years. This is the girl that, sorry, I have 8 kids in my house, just so you know, if you hear kids. This is the person that was told I would never do manual labor again. So I felt good. But then the group ended. I made a lot of bonds and friendships on Facebook, and then I slipped off. I went back into my funk because, us women, we need to see results fast, right? We need to see them, or that just doesn't keep our attention. So I slipped back into my funk, still working my 4 jobs. I was miserable. Absolutely miserable. My coach followed up with me after that group every single month for an entire year. Jen, hey Jen, how you doing? Because we talked about my goals before I joined her group, and I told her what kind of a deep depression I was in because of this weight gain and where I was at in life and the finances and everything else. And she kept coming at me. Hey, I got this group coming up, and I'm good. And then this chick just would not leave me alone. She just kept messaging me, Jen, I know you said you weren't ready, but I got another group coming up. I'd really love to have you in it. I know you haven't reached your goals. And I'm just like, this chick already. And I finally, after a year of telling her no, she messaged me and she sent me this video, and she's like, all right, Jen, February 2014, a year later. I know you said you weren't ready. I know you have, a lot of reservations. I know you said you can't afford it. I know this, I know that, but I also know that you have goals. And I just want you to watch this video because it's a brand new program that's about to release, and you can grab it now. And I just really think that this would work for you. And 21-day fix. I saw this video, and it's 30 minutes of working out, teaches you portion control, teaches you meal planning and cleaner eating. And what caught my eye was I could still have pizza, drink wine, and eat chocolate. And you can lose up to 15 pounds in 21 days. And I'm like, dude, I'm sold. You know what? I've had so many excuses for for over a year that I can't, I'm sick of my own excuses. Sign me up. And I'm cheap. So I want to go ahead and do that whole discount coaching thing. I want to save the money. So I don't ever want to help anybody. Just sign me up to save. And she did. So I became a discount coach, and that's where you just sign up literally just to save because there's no sales pressure. And I got 1 week into my program. Man, I mastered that program. I read it from front to back, and just went through that book from one end to the other, and I learned how to meal plan, and I learned how to make a menu and a grocery list and portion control, and I followed it to a T for those 21 days. My first weekend, I lost 7 pounds, and I was telling everybody, what the heck are you waiting on? I'll throw a group together. Let's all do this together. And, getting my family and my friends and anybody that would listen, I would just invite. I didn't know I was coaching. I started getting these little paper checks in the mail from people because I was like trying to send them to my coach. My coach was like, no, give them this link. Tell them this is where they can buy theirs to do it with you. And I'm like, cool. And I started getting these checks in the mail, and I'm like calling my coach, and I'm like, they're screwing up something. I don't know if they're refunding me or what's going on. And she's like, honey, you're coaching. And it just kind of started evolving. And that was in 2014. And then I got a tumor in my breast and had to have it removed, and tons of doctor's bills came, and, just life. Here I am, mom of 4 teenagers that are all over the place in sports, and me having to work the 4 part-time jobs. And then here comes this tumor, and I have to, be down for a couple weeks or whatever, and just finances. So I was like, you know what? I have this gold mine in my hands of helping people, and I love helping people, and it feels good. So I started doing it. I started really forming a team and inviting people on purpose, not just on chance, and actually running groups, how I should be running, and just doing training and plugging in. And here I am 2.5 years later, minus 40 pounds. I dropped 3 jobs, 40 pounds. I can't even tell you, over 20 something inches. I got my life back. I've gained my confidence back. I've inherited seriously 400 new best friends. My team is thebomb.com. I ended last year, my team and I, at number 81 out of 450,000 coaches. And that, from a girl who just wanted to save on some shakes, blows my mind every day. I've been able to help over 600 people get results, start programs. I've helped over 400 people start businesses, provide for their family, have success stories just like Colleen, and it only gets better. I'm the meal prep queen now. The girl who I'm from the South, y'all, so everything was, carb after carb, and maybe some fried chicken with some carbs, but we threw a little collard greens in there for good measure. So that's who I am now. This job has changed me. It's changed my family. I no longer have to say no to my children at every single thing that they want to do, that they've deserved to do. But before I couldn't afford it because of everything just felt like it was piling up on me. So I wanted to share that with you guys, just because I feel like it's really important that you guys know that coaching, it's not all about fitness gurus. Okay, we're not guru. We're not trained fitness trainers or whatever. We're not that. What we do is we have these programs, so many of them, and we talk about people's goals, and we know which program would help each individual person based on their goals. And we have all of these professionals, doctors and scientists and lawyers, and oh my gosh, the people that we have at our fingertips to help us with this stuff. It's ridiculous. So we have a team of people helping us help other people, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys, a little bit about me. So we're going to go on into the next slide here, and Colleen's going to explain about the different paths.
All right. All right. So I'm going to preface this with, a lot of people have the people that I've signed in the past have had some confusion about this. So I'm going to try and make it as easy peasy and I guess straightforward as possible. All of these 3 categories are still a coach. There's not 3 separate categories. So what Jen was talking about is, originally she started as a discount coach where she wanted to save on her shakes. Didn't really care to coach a whole lot, but she wanted the $16 in savings every month and the 25% off the products. So the other option, or some of the other options, I guess, is a hobby coach, has a full-time job, loves the products, and enjoys sharing them, and enjoys earning an extra income, but not necessarily all in. I want to, go straight forward with this. And then you have the business builder, which is all in, someone that wants more, someone that doesn't want $100 a week, someone that wants to make 1,000 or plus a week, and enjoys motivating others and growing a team and encouraging them to do the same thing. And there definitely is kind of the gray areas in between. But you are your own boss. You take this at your own pace. If you want to be a discount coach and then 3 months later you decide that you want to be all in, we will absolutely run with you. If you're a hobby coach and you are totally content being a hobby coach, that is absolutely fine. You definitely still continue to get the same support in all three of those categories that a business builder gets. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and you can go at your own pace. You can float in between, but just like Colleen said, the minute you're ready to go all in, we take you to that level too, but it's never any pressure. And I think that's really important for everyone to know. You signing on does not demand anything of you. You're your own boss. You go at your own pace. We provide the training, the absolute best training. But if you're not ready for it, it's totally fine, but you do have it at your disposal. So that's a really good point. Thank you for that.
All right. Now that we're going to get into the money talk and get it out of the way, because I know a lot of you kind of want to know the details and kind of the nitty-gritty about what we do as coaches. So let's get started, I guess, with what it costs to start. You can start with $39.95 for a one-time sign-up fee. It covers your website and the hosting fee for the month, and then your business tools. That $39.95 or $40, we'll just say, it is refunded if you ever have ordered a challenge pack. Every month there is a $16 coach's fee, which is waived if you are active military spouse, or a good standing veteran. I guess that's how to put it.
Honorably discharged.
Okay. But the way that I started, and I believe the way that Jen started, was the best way to get started as a coach is begin with a challenge pack. That is a month worth of your Shakeology in the workout program. And this way, the $39.95 is waived. And that way you have the tools to absolutely be a product of the product. These workout programs range anywhere from $140 to $180, depending on what program you choose. Whenever I started, the program that I picked was on sale, and it also was the shortest program. It was the 22 hardcore. So I think I chose it not so much for the price, but because it was just 22 minutes long. But I do want to say, I did photography for a while, and, $140 or $180 to start up your own business is pittance. That is nothing compared to running a business or a brick and mortar business. So how do we make money? Like, I know I personally was questioning, is this legit? Like, you actually get paid to work out and be healthy and share with other people? But you do, and it's truly life-changing for me. So you make money through direct commissions and team cycle bonuses. Anytime someone orders something off of your website, you get a 25% commission. When you sign up a new coach and they purchase a challenge pack, you get a $50 fast start bonus. And as your team keeps growing and finding people that you that want to do what you do and also love the products, or you can even fill it with all discount coaches, you start to make cycle bonuses through cycle bonuses, which is basically when your team as a whole reaches a certain amount of points, you can get anywhere from $14 to $18. And this specific cycle can happen several times a day, up to what is it, Jen, like for a diamond coach?
I want to say it's like 250 or 2,500 times a day. I've had it cycle up to, I want to say like 1,500.
Yeah.
cycle, and you times that by 18, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. And that's not necessarily Jen doing anything.
No, it's not at all.
That's her team. So, and the points that, I guess this is kind of confusing, but the points also roll over and accumulate and continue to grow until it ends up having, cycles.
Right.
So we get a 25% discount on all of the products. That's not just the Shakeology. That's our performance line. That's other workout products. That's the Fixate cookbook. So I have had people, and you absolutely can sign up just to be a loyal customer and receive the discounts. So is this something that you have to show up for, or is this something that has like weekly physical meetings? This is a totally virtual job. You can literally take this job anywhere as long as you have Wi-Fi. If you want to meet in Starbucks, if you want to, do it. Yesterday, I actually did a workout with a friend that had never tried a program. So, it's a completely virtual job, which is incredible. If you like to meet people in person, that's 100% okay, but it's absolutely not necessary to succeed in this business. Probably 99% of the customers or the coaches that I've signed, a lot of them I do know in person, but it's not been something that I've physically sat down with them. It's been on the phone or virtually talking through either Instagram or on Facebook. One of the hesitations that people have is, how much time do I need to dedicate to this to be successful? You can dedicate as little or as much time as you want. If you don't have time on a Sunday, you don't have to do your work. It's not something that you have hours, but you can turn this into whatever you want it to be, which is the incredible thing about this. If you go hard, your paycheck reflects that. There are no time requirements, and there's not a minimum quota or even, time that you need to spend on this. Some days it's just me posting on Instagram or on Facebook, and that's all I do. And then there's days that I'm doing more to be, to grow my business, to be successful. All right. So another one of the questions that we typically have is, do I need to be on Shakeology or purchase a program? No, you do not need to be on either, and neither is required. However, I can tell you in my personal experience, and probably Jen can tell you the exact same thing. Coaches are successful if they promote what they love and be a product of the product. We have coaches on our team that train for marathons and triathlons, and they are still successful coaches because they promote the performance line or the Shakeology. So it's not something that you absolutely are stuck in this rigid position that you can't ever go out and have a run. You can't go to a cycling class or go to the gym and lift weights. It's not like that at all. Basically, as a coach, we really just like promoting, obviously, our programs, but a healthy lifestyle and making positive changes and an impact on people. So if you don't want to drink the Shakeology, that's totally fine. If you don't want to do the products, that's fine too. However, to be a successful coach, you do have to typically be a product of the product, whatever that product might end up being. You want to add anything in there, Jen?
I love it. I know that the money talk is uncomfortable, and I hate sharing about it. I really do. Like, it just makes me feel uncomfortable because I really did. I got into this to help other people, but had I not stuck to it, and had I not seen the value in it, and had I not worked this like the $1 million business that it is, I wouldn't be receiving. I mean, even tomorrow I go and check. I wish I would have added it to the slides. We get paid every single Thursday based on the work that we put in. And, tomorrow's check is over $5,000. I've never in my life, it makes me want to cry. I don't know why. But I have never in my life received that sort of income in 1 week, sometimes not even in a month. So to have this opportunity to help my family, to be able to tell my kids, yes, you can go play football, basketball, soccer, whatever the hell sport you want to grab a ball from and go play it because you deserve it. You make straight A's and I want to reward you for it, feels so amazing. So this job really can take you to any level that you want to be. If you have debt to pay off, if you have medical bills, if you have you want to, spend less time at a job that you hate, this can do it for you. So you hit on all points, and that's super important. It really is based off of your work. There are some weeks where I help absolutely not one person, and I will bring in $800 to $1,200 just from what she was speaking of, team cycle bonuses, because I've built a team. We train you how to build a team. I actually built my business off complete strangers. 85% of the people that have joined my team, I never knew before. I met here on Facebook through groups and through how I was trained to be able to build relationships and friendships and stuff. So I think that's super important to know too. Yeah, if you have an awesome network already, that's freaking great. I started out with 120 friends in my Facebook page on private. So anything is possible in this company. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you for sharing all of that. It's super important to hit on. Vital behaviors. I know we've kept you guys a little bit longer, so I'm going to go on through this. Super important. I should have updated this. It's actually 4 vital behaviors that Beachbody swears by and drills into our heads. And I think that that's very reputable of this company to instill this in their coaches' heads. Like, this is what is the foundation of a successful business. And it could not be any closer to the truth. It's like ridiculous. Number 1, invite every single day. At my hairdresser, in the grocery store, I'm handing out cards, and in all of my groups, I have gardening groups, parenting groups. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of groups I have. And I'm a part of, and I just build and make friendships and bonds in there, and I'm constantly inviting people to a healthier lifestyle. I don't want them to buy anything from me, but if they have goals, I want to help them reach them. So we also teach you how to invite in a non-salesy, non-tacky way. Super important. Number 2, be proof of the product works. This should be number 1, because if you cannot show people that you can get results, you can meal prep, you can eat clean and still live a happy, successful life and not chew on a piece of broccoli all day long, then you just, it just won't work out as successfully as you probably would hope. So being a proof that the product work is super, super important. Your body is your billboard. So the healthier you get, the more your business will grow. Personal development, every single day I read 15 minutes to 15 pages out of a personal development book, and it's based off of what I'm aiming to do. And once I decided to go from a discount coach, from a hobby coach, and into the leadership role, I went from just a coach with a team into a leader with a purpose. I kind of grew into that, and I have to give props to my personal development books I read every single day. So we have lists of those that we give new coaches, and it's just super important. And the 4th vital behavior is recognition. She talked about the swag. I cannot even lie. I will do anything for a free shirt. I love it. I've got jackets, I've got shirts, I've got cups, bags, backpacks, beach towels. Like, I am a collector of all swag. They spoil us rotten. And it's worth it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the recognition, just loving on our teams, loving on our challengers that are getting results, super important, is the 4th vital behavior. I need to update this slide. So that's super important. Who can be a coach? Anybody can be a coach. Anybody who wants more out of life. Motivated go-getters, fitness beginners, fitness professionals, stay-at-home mompreneurs, corporate workers. I still have one last corporate job. I actually work full-time, and I do coaching as well. So that just goes to show you that you can build this business in as little as an hour a day, however many days a week that you want to put into it. I choose to wake up a little bit earlier, stay up a little bit later, because I have big, huge, scary goals, and that's what I want. But some people work it 30 minutes to an hour a day, 4 to 5 times a week, and they're good. They're successful, but they have probably smaller goals than myself. Social media obsessed. If you're already on Facebook and you're not getting paid, you may as well just sign up, because you're spending all that time scrolling when we can teach you how to make a living off of helping people by your scroll. So super important. If you're ready to build an empire, I want to run with you, and I want to build that empire with you. So that's who can be a coach, literally anybody. The most successful is somebody who just wants a change in their life for themselves, for their families, whether it be financial, physical, health-wise. That's who makes a coach. So that's it. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see your beautiful faces. I'm stuck seeing 3 people, and it was driving me crazy. But thank you guys. I know we went a little bit over. Who has questions? Does anybody have any questions? Did we miss on hitting on anything, you guys? Any coaches that are on, feel free to say, hey, can you expand on this? I've got somebody on the call that needs to, whatever. Anybody got any questions?
Anybody.
All right. I did want to expand on the veteran, the military thing. So my husband's a veteran, and you get the $16 waived, and so you don't pay anything monthly. So this is literally an absolutely free opportunity for you. I think that's very reputable of this company as well, because God only knows those guys have, and men and women have put their lives on the line, and some never made it back, and that's just super awesome. So if you guys know of any active duty or veterans or active duty spouses even, it's absolutely free opportunity, and we would be honored to have each and every one of them. So I'm going to throw that out there too. Did we miss anything, guys? I'm super excited. Super excited. Thank you guys for listening to us. We took, oh my God, 45 minutes. I like to keep these things like in and out like a robbery, man.
Yeah, that was me.
Me too, man. When you're just passionate about it, like I don't even have a script, guys. I just like no paper. I don't care. I could talk about this all day long. I love it. It's become me, and I'm super honored. In 2 weeks, this team, there's 40 of us going to Nashville, Tennessee. I am honored to be able to walk across the stage at the Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, in front of 25,000 people to accept. I think I go up there 3 times. I just got my package today, and it's just unreal to me. It's something that I would have never imagined. So
can I bring a cowbell?
Dream big. Hell yeah, you can bring a cowbell. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to bring this all back to you all. So if you like trips, we didn't even talk about the trips. They have all kinds of recognition, and they award us for our hard work. I've gone on 4 trips already this year. I'm going on another in October to California, to a retreat, and they spoil us rotten for our hard work, and it's all for helping people. So how incredible is it to have a feel-good job that gives back? So that's all I got. If you guys don't have any questions, are you sure? Don't be shy, because we're not. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. We have the recording if anybody needs it.